access in any regard. People are looking for information, but all we can do is dwell on what the government has set to us, whether it is true or not. How then does the media bridge the gap between the government and the people, especially when it comes to democracy?
First is to say that the media has a key responsibility in reporting all events in the country, security inclusive. Now, it is not for government to give information. It is for the media to seek out information, interpret it in context, and get the people to understand. So you don't abdicate your responsibility and blame government for it. That's not correct. What you're saying is that the media has failed in its primary responsibility. We must be very professional in the discharge of our responsibility. And that's what this book is saying. That if media practitioners are professionally trained and are thoroughbred professionals, nothing can come as a barrier between them and doing their duty. Even in the United States, it is not government that will give media access. Media will have access one way or the other. That's, for me, it is critical that we understand our responsibility and who do we owe the responsibility to the people, not to government. Government is simply a subset of the people. And like every other place in the world, government is not normally open. That is why they still have what they call secrets, confidential secrets, and it's called by whatever name. And it is the responsibility of the media to dig deep, unearth the information, put it in context, give it out to the people so that they will serve their own primary responsibility. And now, particularly to the insecurity going on in our country, there ought to be some form of collaboration between security personnel and journalists or the media. Now, who fosters this collaboration? Either the military or the media. What matters most importantly is the fact that if people understand the critical role the media can play in addressing insecurity, the media will obviously offer you the platform. So let's be very factual in our reporting. Let's be very professional in our reporting. Then you can be sure that you have unlimited access.
Your assessment of Nigerian media, sir. Your assessment of Nigerian media.
You already know that Nigerian media is one of the most vibrant in Africa. I don't think that's in dispute. However, you also know that in Nigeria today, we're dealing with the issues of fake news, the issues of non-factual reporting, and journalists who are not properly trained. They coexist side by side with thoroughbred professionals. Now, what we should emphasize is ethical reorientation among our journalists, who can't be identified with brown envelopes. Rather, let Nigerian journalists be identified with professionalism, ethical conduct of their business. It is important. So we're doing well, but we can do better.
Okay, so in regards to what you are actually saying, some of this information are being restricted to media, such as the 400 people that are sponsoring terrorism. What do you have to say about that?
Now, again, I keep telling you that media has a responsibility to foster collaboration between them and government. If government ensures that whatever information they put out, the media will report it in proper perspective, I think government will hold back.
Thanks for checking out SYMFONI on YouTube. Please be sure to subscribe and like our videos for updates.